says, any tips on networking and building valuable relationships with senior management colleagues without seeming like a, okay, I'm not going to be able to repeat that last word. So I see networking as a quid pro quo arrangement. And typically, people who you would approach in the workplace, it's not that they actually want something from you or demand something from you, but it's the same thing with a friendship. So you would regard a relationship where you are benefiting. Now, the benefit may not necessarily be that you're giving them something. The benefit could be, depending on their kind of personality, it could also be a sense of fulfillment that they're being able to support you or be in your space. So I would say the first thing is to identify the person, observe the person, get a sense of what kind of personality that they have. Ask people who may be close to them that you can confide in what kind of people they are, because that gives you intel on how to approach them in the first place. I would say never make your first meeting about what you want. I think you should make your first meeting about, just wanting to get to know them. And this is about the workplace. It shouldn't be a meeting about what you want. It should be a meeting about wanting to get to know them. And then it can progress depending on the signs that you see. Like, all of this is really about emotional intelligence. As you begin to see signs that give you a green light, you begin to, move further. And then it would be, you already have an agenda, something that you want to be able to achieve, but you can't just reveal the agenda in the first meeting. Maybe the second meeting you have a chat. Then the third meeting you're saying, I noticed this on your profile, your LinkedIn profile. I noticed you mentioned this in the meeting. It's something I would really like more information on. Would it be okay to grab a coffee at lunch? So you are actually investing in building the relationship and the connection. So what I would just advise is, don't go full on. First, try and identify the person, try and understand their personality. Look for a common ground where you can engage in a conversation. From that conversation, it gives you more insight as to how much additional information or how much of your planned purpose you can sort of, discuss in that meeting. And this will be like maybe your third meeting. And then if the person is very receptive, of course, then you know that you can go full on into your discussion, explain your purpose. But if you then find the person is not receptive, then you know that you're backing off and then you're approaching someone else. But there is a fine line between sucking up to somebody and networking, and you just got to make it right by being perceptive. Perception and emotional intelligence is really key in building those kind of relationships where you're looking for someone who is a bit more senior to you, or a colleague or a peer to learn from, or to sort of gain some information from. So that's just what I would